Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called Leprechaun. And this was created by Tong Electronic in 1982. And this was created for a kitty-sized cabinet, an arcade cabinet for little kids. And I remember seeing this once at a pizza restaurant. It was in a little kiddie land, playland area, and it's a very, very small cabinet. And little kids were able to play it because it was insanely easy. But this was created by Tong Electronic and licensed to Moppet Video, who made the little kitty cabinets in 1982. But like I said, this is insanely easy. This was later on known as Pot of Gold, and the difficulty was amped up considerably. And it was in a regular-sized cabinet in regular arcades. I don't know what that symbol at the bottom is or what it represents, but this game, as the title would imply, is set in Ireland, and you are a sleuth, and you must nab the pot of gold that Leprechaun is protecting. And even though the leprechaun is supposed to be small, it's bigger than your character. But that's the only goal of the game, is to reach the gold. You can get additional points by touching trees along the way, and you will color them, and they will be worth additional points if you do collect the gold. Touch the leprechaun and you lose a life. That's all you gotta do, is touch the gold. And you will get a bonus for time remaining. And there is some messed up sounds in this game. You can sometimes enter those houses, and you will reappear in emerging from another house. I'm going to touch a bunch of trees before I collect the gold, so I'll get points for each of them. But the game during the attract mode showed you how much points you get for each tree you touched, and the different types of trees are worth different amounts of points. Some of the levels will have open areas where you can warp over to the other side, and some of them will have purple walls that you cannot go through. You can warp through the gazebo in the center, or the houses. But that's really all you need to do, is get to that gold. And there will be a bonus meter underneath the gold that counts down the longer it takes for you to reach the gold, I think. But the leprechaun can touch the trees that you've touched and turn them back to normal, so they're not worth extra points when you touch them. Or no, actually, I think that, well, we'll look again, but I think that the meter actually does drop. No, it increases for each extra tree you touched, and that gets counted up. And you get an extra life at every 30,000 points. And here's this really annoying sequence here that plays every once in a while after you clear X amount of levels. That is graphically and aurally screwed up. The sound is messed up, and the graphics are messed up. This game sucks. And like I said, it's painfully easy up to a certain point. I think once you pass about 300,000 points, then the game just gets a little too difficult and makes the leprechaun super fast. But you can outrun the leprechaun easily and use the warp edges to your advantage. But this game really sucks. The trees don't give you that much extra points when you touch them, but they do add on to the bonus total of the treasure. And on occasion, the leprechaun can move the treasure somewhere else. Nice name for a forest. Dingle. I wonder if there's any berries in the forest of Dingle. But I would imagine these are actual, like, Irish cities or something. But yeah, this game really is crappy. All you have is a joystick. You know, an 8-way joystick to move about. You don't need any buttons. You don't have to touch any of the trees, but like I said, they increase the value of the pot of gold. And yeah, this rainbow just touches down, and your guy falls down the rainbow in a very graphically messed up way, in that, you know, his image is trailing behind him. See, I got killed there. I can't go through the edges because there are all purple walls. But yeah, like I was saying, at about 300,000 or so, the Leprechaun will get way, way, way fast, and you can't really complete the game because you can't. He's in the way of the gold. But notice that the forest names repeat, and they'll all reappear in another house. But yeah, the gazebo and the house let you warp to another gazebo or house. But your goal is just basically to get to the gold, and your guy will dive in. He's a greedy son of a bitch, isn't he? He has to get the gold on every single level. Screw it, I'd say, you know, maybe a couple pots, a pot of gold is good enough. Can retire in luxury. But yeah, this game is just crap. It just goes over and over and over and over and over again. Up till, like I said, about 300,000, and then the game just gets too difficult. The Leprechaun gets too fast. Yeah, the place I saw this was a pizza place next door to where my dad used to bowl League on Monday nights. And the pizza place was called Pietro's. And there, it is an actual chain. There's a bunch of locations. But that was in Milwaukee, Oregon. We'd go next door for pizza, and God, that's so annoying, that noise. They had a terrific thin crust pizza. We get their pizza, and we'd get like a pitcher of soda of some sort. We used to really like the orange, I think it was Fanta. Yeah, you don't have to touch any trees, you can just touch the gold. But this was in the Playland area, the Kittyland area. And kids could just play it. I played it just for a little bit to see how crappy it was, and I had to get on my knees pretty much to play it. I was probably about 10 or something. Maybe 11 or somewhere around there. We used to play the arcade machines at my dad's bowling alley or next door at Pietro's. Sorry. Well, I hope you enjoyed football today. I certainly did. My Bills kicked the crap out of the Jets. The Jets are not very good. Neither is my team, but they were certainly better today. And I hope you enjoyed the Veterans Day weekend. My thanks go out to all the people who served. I work at a veterans hospital, and I am very appreciative of all that served, and I am happy to serve them. Now we got another rainbow sequence here with a horrible, messed up sound effect and awful graphics of the guy sliding down the rainbow or running down the rainbow and his image trailing behind him. But like I was saying earlier, this was remade as Pot of Gold for regular arcades later this year in 1982, and it was much harder. And I saw that in Nickel Arcade, and that was licensed to Game Plan. Forest of Cork. But yeah, you get an extra life every 30,000 points, I think it was. And you can't have more than 5, I think. 5 extra lives at once. There I warped from the gazebo to the house. You can't re-enter a house until I think it changes back to a yellow color, or its original color. It will change color once you enter it and exit through another house. It has to, it has to return to yellow, and it'll do that on its own, and then you can go back into that house. But I will do a video of Pot of Gold after this. But the games are a little bit different. Definitely different in terms of difficulty, and I wanted you to see each of those. Yeah, I think it's after this rainbow sequence that the game gets much harder. The Leprechaun gets much faster. I think that's right. God, that's annoying. Yeah, look how much faster he is. And now and I can't warp through, so can't quite get to the treasure in time. Oh my god, my ears are bleeding. Ugh. Stop making that noise, you annoying damn game. Well, the game is over. Ugh! It's a different tone, but it's not turning off. Ugh! Put in my initials real frickin' quick so I can shut this stupid thing up. Ugh. Well, I hope you had a nice weekend until you had to hear this crap. Well, that's Leprechaun by Tong Electronic and licensed to Moppet Video in 1982 for their miniature cabinets for little children to play. But that was Leprechaun, later known as Pot of Gold. This was created by Tong Electronics in 1982 for Moppet Video cabinets. Well, this is Crazy Climber. Say thanks for watching Leprechaun, and I will catch you later in the future with another video. Happy Veterans Day weekend, everybody. I will see you later with my next video. Bye-bye, folks.